Okily dokily rightly. Phew, God. What a long day. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, whatever. Does this video look different to you in any way? Why, I am filming it on the broken Nikon D500. Not broken anymore. Video should look better. This is what I'm usually filming my fat ugly face with, right? Yeah, yeah, Nikon D7100. Yeah. Video should look better. It's the exact same lens, however. I've got multiple copies of everything. Even got a spare one of that. Now, better not say that. Anyway, observations on D500. I got a email from my Nikon contact. Yeah, I've actually got a couple Nikon contacts. And they said that a slight miniaturization of the parts in the D500, and this made sense, I thought that was probably the case, is to aid and assist in fixing them. Really and truly. This is a DX crop sensor camera, the Nikon D7100. I've taken quite a few of these apart. I mean, I've taken most digital Nikons apart except for like the D5, Nikon D750. Taken the D610 apart, which is essentially the same camera. I mean, literally, they're 10 pounds of poo in a 5-pound bag. Not the Nikon D500, however. They've changed the position on the shutter motor and the mirror motor. The mirror motors are now sitting this way, but on all prior models that I've taken apart, they're all sitting vertically. These are sitting at the top, right underneath the top LCD plate. The shutter motor is sitting right up there, but more importantly than that, behind the main board, there's a lot of empty space. A lot. Which is good. I mean, people want the same grip, which it has the same grip as the D750, but people don't want a heavy camera, but they do want it to fit their hand the same. I mean, ultimately, too small is too small, right? That's what she said. I shouldn't say stuff like that. Shame on me. That's awful. Other observations. Yeah, the gasket right around the back plate, the porous rubber gasket. Yeah, that's an issue. One of the reasons, and I've said this from day one, you can ask anybody that repairs cameras. You're like, hey, what about weatherproof cameras? They'll go, you're so funny. Tell me another joke. That's what they'll all say. They really will. Huge advantage of not having a flippy screen is, you see this? This is sealed right here. When the Nikon D500 is filming my fat ugly face fell in the water, there is a butthole underneath that screen, a orifice. Yeah, that's the word I'm going to use. I'm going to use the word orifice. Butthole, orifice, they're both the same thing. That lets water in. Yeah, corrosion. Another serious mistake, design. There's a few design flaws, but it's the case with virtually every camera. Is that the people like Nikon, I've seen it on Sony, I've seen it on Canon, they don't actually anodize the inside of the magnesium. If they actually did that, instead of just painting the outside, it saves them like maybe 2 pennies and 5 seconds just to only plate one side, or paint one side depending on the coating and who makes the camera. If they did that, the magnesium oxide wouldn't interact with air, the humidity in the air, not the air. The humidity in the air and slough off magnesium oxide. The main board is right underneath that bare magnesium. Here's 2 things that should not be together. Main motherboard with tons of little micro resistors and a bare, naked, like, woo, naked, woo, that kind of naked magnesium. These are 2 things you don't put together. You don't do that. No, if you're going to do that, put something between them. Now, to do that traps heat. And Nikon and nobody else wants to trap heat. All cameras generate heat. Some more than others, right? Yes, exactly right. But naked magnesium, naked magnesium should not sit next to the main board like that. Also, too, it may not look like much, but there's a gap on the back of every Nikon backplate. This is big enough to throw a horse through. There's not a rubber seal there. It's just a foam sticker strip. Did I say it's a porous foam sticker strip? Yeah. There's also some low porosity, huge pink foam buffers sitting on the main board. That, yeah, they're not non-porous. They are very low porosity, but they're porous. They're still porous. Take those things, you stick them in water. They do hold water. There is porosity there. That should not be there. That's like a ticking time bomb. Is anything to worry about? I mean, you know, a new camera comes out every 4 years, you know. But no, they don't make them like they used to. This is no slag against the Nikon D500. I mean, other than the significant amount of empty space compared to every other Nikon, there's nothing shocking in the D500. Nothing that I wasn't expecting. Nothing. Really nothing. There was not a gasket on the LCD flexi-cable feed. It was just a rubber plate. Which, you know, you could say rubber plate, rubber gasket. I mean, they both work about the same level. No big deal there. That's the orifice where the water entered in. One of the orifices where it entered in. But no, I mean, there's no shocker. I do not like taking cameras apart because there are lots and lots of really tiny screws. Ah, it's a pain in the crotch. And maybe you don't want me in high definition, because this video is in higher definition because it's filming on that broken Nikon D500. It's filming my fat ugly face right now. Seeing me in higher definition is not a good thing. Someone might actually figure out what cup size I'm wearing or something. I've got a sense of humor. Nobody sent me a pizza, man. I was going to do a D500 tutorial. Nobody sent me a pizza. Damn it. The same thing holds everything I know about the Nikon D500, except for the amount of empty space in there, which was a lot. I mean, not some or a good amount, but a lot of empty space. Take a lot of Nikons apart. That was really quite a shocker. A lot of Nikons apart. I mean, this is a crop sensor too. This is not an old camera. D7100. D500 got a lot more empty space. This thing doesn't have enough room in it for a microscopic amoeba to swat a cat. D500, you got enough room in there to swat a whale. Kind of shocking. No big deal. Totally reoriented the shutter motor and the mirror motor. He located them right at the top and horizontally. Interesting. Also, by doing that, I think they eliminated out a double gear set. That's complex stuff nobody really cares about. Anyway, remove the corrosion. It's working fine. Yep. Yeah. You see, I'm really tired right now. Yeah, really tired. But yeah, it is undeniable. I mean, I love Nikon to death. You guys know, I got the hell out of Nikon stuff all over the place. Lenses, cameras, yada, 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 yada. But there is no doubt that right now the people making the best cameras, and this is no slag against the D500. I mean, my pair are not going anywhere. Nothing's changed at all. Other than the empty space, I was not shocked by anything. The people that are making the best cameras on the inside right now are Fujifilm, like the X-T2, X-T1. The X-T1 isn't made anymore, big deal. Same camera, upgrades, yada, yada, yada. They are, and right now they rank top 3. They're right up there with Nikon and Canon. So, I mean, Fuji's top 3 now, within the top 3. Love Nikon to death. I was glad I was able to take it apart. I wished I could have taken it all apart, but I told you on the second video, I said if I could fix this, I'm not going to take the rest of it apart because that would be epic. Stupid! Really dumb. Dumb. There were a lot of screws laying around, and I had to remember where each one goes because they're not all the same. They're different lengths, and the long screws don't fit in the holes for the short screws. That's what she said. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go. At least I'm going to try to sleep. So right now, my fat ugly face is being filmed on the broken D500, which isn't broken anymore. You get it. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back, except I can't reach it, you know. God, am I tired. What is it, 3:30 in the morning? Yeah, anyway. Okay, bye. Oh my God, my leg still hurts.